we are starting off at our gold farm. Just gonna mess around a little bit this morning. Alright, I think that GUI scale's a little. There's really no in between. I'll take it like that. Alright, back to the base. I'm gonna put the rotten flesh in the trading hall, and I might just end up taking the gold. Yeah, I think I might just take the gold to the what are they called? Piglin, Hoglin traders. Well, this is my little single player world. I guess this is kind of the first time that I'm showing this, so let's break it down. This was the start of my automatic storage, item sorter. These are the guys that I trade with, the guys, my villagers. They all have an item sorter hooked up to them, with their respective items in it. Like the rotten flesh is gonna go in here now. But in case this one was full and the hoppers behind it were full, it would go into here, then it would go into here, then into here, and then this is an overflow until I expand it. But yeah, this was the start of our storage. This is overflow and miscellaneous items. I'm not sorting yet. Clearly I need to start sorting rockets. Couple auto crafters, torches. Probably out. Yeah, I'm out. Charcoal. Actually, yeah, you can tell with the. If that's not lit, that means. Yeah, we're out. I'm short on gunpowder. So, that's not. Yeah, we got plenty of paper. If I throw gunpowder in there, it'll start filling and auto crafting, and it'll spit it out. But to not mess up the redstone signal, and so you know what's out. If it drops below 23, it's supposed to stop. But since it was crafting them so fast, with it having 3, I should put another gunpowder thing here, but it would mess up the redstone loop, unfortunately. So, no can do. But yeah, same thing over here. And then this is just a cactus XP farm. Something easy to like mend my elytra and shit. Tired of shit breaking on me. My only other form of XP is like trading trading with these guys. Actually, speaking of, like, it does decent. You know, and sometimes I'll buy XP bottles. If something gets stupid low. I know. Obviously, I just took iron. Iron goes here. This is shulker unloader. You put none of these. Oh yeah, I can. And then it will drain into my item sorter, my item system. And when it's done, oops, the piston detects that it's empty, and it breaks it, and they end up in here, empty. And that'll sit up there until this empties. But it's nice, you know, you go out on like a mining trip or whatever, you know. I have an area not far where I'm digging a perimeter so I can put a good sized mob farm in it. And you know, it's nice to bring over like 10 shulker boxes and be able to empty into those. And then, you know, I have dirt, grass, stone, cobblestone, you know, andesite, gravel, whatever, all inside. I just throw the shulker box in there. You know, a little easy. Food farms. Skulk sensors. You know, it's not a pressure plate or anything. They're fairly noise reactive. This little whatever storm / fishing shelter. You know, like to fish here at night and, you know, repair my elytra mainly. It's a quick, easy way. You know, throw something in my offhand. You know, there's a few areas, a few things you'll see in this world that were. This is me and a friend did this world, and you'll see there's certain things that are cheated or done in creative mode, I guess is the best way to put it. You know, kept it to a minimum. One of the things is my friend really loves frogs. He has a bunch of frogs as pets. Stupid. So one thing I did was there's a frog spawner. You know, we don't kill the frogs. I don't even know if you get anything for killing them. But when we started this world, he had his favorite frog had just died, and he really wanted a frog and tried to bring one from like a swamp that was a couple thousand blocks away and couldn't. And I was like, you know what, man? I was like, for the aesthetic purposes, I was like, let's, you know, we're bringing all the areas, and you'll see all the different like biome types. Over here, we originally wanted like a tree house, so we were bringing in different variations of trees, and you know, I was like, screw it. This was my friend's doing. You know, wanted to bring the ocean. You know, we were talking different biomes. So, you know, he went out, farmed a bunch of pretty much tore down like a whole coral reef. You know, and it comes out here into the Great Sand Wall. Me personally, I'm lowering the sea level over here a couple blocks. I've already dropped it one block. It was right here. That was for my squid farm, squid slash fish farm. I think you can see the water level here is up to the top, and then it's one block shorter over here. So I need to go through over here. I don't want to drain the area completely. And I still like the water if I can keep the aesthetics of the area. But, you know, instead of the river being 9 blocks or whatever this is deep, maybe it can be 7 blocks. And that's that many less blocks between here and over there. You know, a couple thousand that squids get to spawn in, or they'll spawn in here instead. Of course I'm not going to be able to make it. Yeah, this is just water columns. Is there any fish in here? Sometimes you catch fish in here. Water columns, you know, the fish and the squid will spawn. They'll go down, they'll hit the magma floor. They die. Come on. You know, hopper minecart. Step up. I don't know where the bone meal keeps coming from. You get like the occasional bone meal, but it's nice to get, you know, a bunch of insects that I didn't do anything for. So that's always nice to have. They got a nice little easy squid farm for your world. You know, it wasn't difficult to build. The hardest part of it honestly was the glass, and because I didn't want to drain the entire thing. I don't have sponges. You know, so I placed the glass in the water and then placed these walls and drained around it. And then look at all the squid that just spawn out here instead. That's okay. I don't need a shitload of black ink. It's for black concrete, honestly. It's really like the only thing. But yeah, let's start over here for doing a little world tour. I got a little carried away there. We're trying to explain the sand wall. You know, this is a dark oak forest. You know, we're like, let's carve ourselves out a tree fort. This is really like all my friends doing. I would suggest ideas, and then he would just kind of, he would bring it to life. This is like the little bringing everything biomes, you know, all our biomes to us. This is our room. This is going to be like the next area that we expand on. But there's so much in here. There's a bunch of water features. This is our freezer. We gotta put more food items in here though. Probably some chests with some food. This is gonna be our little armory. You know, you got your different blocks for it. So we're trying to, you know, a cross between the feel of what the room would be, but also have it remaining as close to a tree fort as possible. There's a lot of, honestly, endless hallways. I didn't think this led anywhere. It's a drop down. Alright, let's go back this way. This is, you know, little backup armors. Little mob head area. I don't think there's anything else really this way. Little kitchen. We're gonna add more chairs and stuff because we built like a slightly bigger kitchen. Little nether wart farm. Another, you know, place to prepare like meals. This was our first nether portal. This is after we discovered like the lush caves. We wanted to bring those in. This is after we went to the nether. So this is Rambo. Storage area. This leads out to like our little garden. Our little beehives. There's so much more. We have our mushroom area. You know, these guys in it. Literally. His name is, oh shit, his name is Guy. That's hilarious. Tell me his name's Guy too. It's when we started our little beekeeping journey. I wanted to create like a little area where this is like our main, you know, they're not harvestable because they don't have fires underneath them, but it's cool to see it like spill over. Kind of in a little area. I was using it at first to harvest these trees, but we kind of agreed to leave it as like a decorative area for him. We have a jungle that's not far away, so we got our little panda friends that keep multiplying somehow. I like the different collections that we've gone through. This is his temple that we've transformed. And brought a bunch of different things from outside and inside. But this is what I meant by earlier where you know, there's some things where we cheated, which don't care. It's our single player world, you know, it's on my computer. And so we brought an end, made a little end portal here so we can go to the end from here. Wasn't really a stronghold close. I don't know. Didn't really feel like having to go there to go to the end every time. Whatever. So, we cheated in an end portal. From there, it's kind of like... What was that? Yeah, of course you guys are coming out like crazy. Alright, if I want to to show the rest of it. I'm gonna go to sleep real quick. From here, this is where I'm doing like a refacing. It was all brick. You can see brick and yellow. I don't know why I originally did it in these colors. This was my doing. So yeah, I don't know what store I was following. When I started building the storage shelves, I was like, dude, this yellow and brick looks horrible against this. So I was like, let me change it, and this will be like the general theme. And I like this feeling a whole lot better than the bright ass yellow and red. So this is like a half item sorter, half. It's for like functionality and looks. It's like a little bit of both. Like not everything is hooked up. All the chests are automatically sorted, but the barrels are not. The barrels are like the different variations. Since I don't really use, like a whole lot. If you maybe I made 2 stacks of them, but I only used 28 by the looks of it. Kind of thought I was going to need more. Or maybe I did use more and then I broke that project down. So it's just easier than having them sit in an overflow to kind of sit over here. But yeah, this is the... Through here runs the hoppers for the item sorting. That goes into this next section. When I get this end section built, I think I'm gonna loop it, have it come through here, and then figure out a way to make the ends have like a, this section in the middle. Figure out a way to run it down here, but also branch off into the ends, because this is going to be like the more practical item sorting. Again, all the different variations and stuff you get from cutting down the trees. It's just easier to throw them in barrels. Like, it sucks that it's not sorted, but I'm getting a lot more wood than I am anything else, and it's just extra shit that I'm not using, but maybe I'll use later. Maybe there'll be something where I need 7 oak trapdoors and I don't have to make them now. But I'd really like to get it to wrap around and go in this way, just so I can throw everything in one chest at the start of it. This is going to be all food. I'm in the process of changing it. Like, this is going to be no. It's going to be raw now. Just because I don't really have more food items than these. And I still have, 2, 4, 6 slots. Instead of doing the raw versions in there, I'd rather just throw all the food that I'm gonna have raw or not in the system. I'm not gonna collect any other food types than these. It'd be easier to sort. But this is a work in progress between updating and adding more shelves when I need them. Like for instance, you know, this half the redstone's in place here. I need to build these pillars here. That's what these holes are for. But that's a work in progress, clearly. Let's see. This is a bone meal farm. It's just melons. You know, I empty it like once a week. It gives me like 7 to 9 stacks. Nothing horrible. You know, what do you actually? Might as well while I have it. This is Etho Labs. I think he calls it the bamboozler. You put your bone meal in here. It gets distributed into the 6 dispensers. Flick it, and it just insta grows the bamboo. Nice little simple way to get some extra fuel when you need it. Yeah, squid farm. That is your, I mean, I guess new standard creeper farm. If you can hear the cats. There's like a cat right here, and then one right here. You know, your standard 2-step. Oh, that's the first time I've seen a creeper in here. I've never actually come down and caught one. Yeah, a little bit of gunpowder. There's a AFK spot that works for the squid farm and that, like, perfectly. Little bee farm. To get the honey. I like using beehives as floor pieces. Like there, here, these are beehives. I don't know, I think it's a nice texture. Doesn't look horrible. This is a mud farm. You take your dirt blocks and place them here. That's not where that goes. Press that button, it'll dispense dirt blocks. You know, and this is just full of water bottles. Turns the dirt blocks into mud. You know, you just mine them up. This is our villager / iron farm that keeps fucking breaking. Get off me, dude. Yeah, you know, each villager farms. They try to throw crops there. And you get your villagers. There's a zombie in here that scares villagers. Iron golem. You know, you get the idea. But you know, it's decent. It's nice to not have to farm. This is probably like 3 days worth. You know, it's nice. You come over here every like couple days, pick up to trade to the 2 farmers I have down there. This is the other work in progress that I just kind of finished the walls. I want to texture them a little bit more. This is a 32 by 32. It was pixel for pixel. I kind of got tired of following it when I got to like the top half, because it was mainly just black with like the occasional lighter colors thrown in there. The main detail was on the front that I tried to follow. Each 2x2 is a pixel on like a 8x8. I pulled up a picture of a 16 pixel black blast furnace, and just tried to recreate it on a 32 by 32. So that's 1 pixel, 2 pixels, 3, 4. You get the idea. 32. Bamboo farm for the smelter. I gotta figure out a way to do this better. All of this was kind of like an afterthought of me putting shit together. I was going to put all 4 walls as a bamboo farm, but honestly, for my smelting needs, this is kind of more than enough. So I haven't added more. Maybe I will. Maybe there's gonna be a time where I needed a lot of glass or something. I don't know. But like, I'm sure the hoppers are almost backed up. All the furnaces have to be full. There's 32 furnaces. You come up here and you put your items that you're gonna smelt in here. They get dropped down. I'm gonna cover all this up too, make it look better. They drop down in there. They get distributed, and then when they're done, they go up the item elevator. They go into the hopper system over here, and they get deposited down here. So you can come in and say you have, you know, whatever, you're smelting a bunch of cobble into stone or stone into smooth stone. You just come here, you fill up the chest, and then, you know, next time when you want to come pick it up, all you have to do is run in here, pick up whatever you want. You don't have to climb all the way to the top. This figure is a different way to deliver the items. I was gonna have it be right here and pop up like next to it, but yeah, I couldn't really make it work with the minecart going through the water stream and all that nonsense. This is a resin farm. Nice try, guys. You know, your standard sugarcane farm. And I think that's it. Oh no. Okay, that was close. Okay, so there's this nether. This is kind of my most recent project. Creating like a nether hub of some sort. So kind of our basic block pattern structure right now. My friend had originally, this was like a little, I don't know, like 10 by 10 smooth stone little hut thing. And after we found like the fortress and trading with hoglins and getting all the nether shit, my friend was building this, which is kind of like our nether pathway. But we didn't want to destroy this like first initial house, because I'm not gonna lie, I didn't do any of this. My friend did all of this. You know, another little thing that we brought in from creative just because we thought it would be cool. I like the noise when you come close to them. I just like that noise. It's a cool noise. Yeah, like this was our first little nether hub. In a little kitchen area. Looks out over into the beautifulness. Actually, let's go back up. And I think the only other thing is my other work in progress. I don't know 100% how I feel about this nether tunnel. I like the style of it. I love stripped acacia wood. Did the orange glass over top of the glowstone for the lighting. This is my latest project. I feel like I don't like it because I need other colors, like maybe I bring in like resin bricks. There's gotta be another orange, like good orange that's similar to this, that can kind of change up the pattern, texture feel. Another cool, actually before that gas goes off. This was basically like what we spawned into over there originally. Or not spawned in, but when you know, it was just made out of smooth stone. This was my first original gold farm. You know, you come up here, it's your first little standard one. You know, shoot the pigmen and hide back under here. Just kill them when they drop, collect it. What I'm going to turn it into is a trading hall for these guys. I always forget, I'm pretty sure they're hoglins. This is for like the gear that I get from, like I'll get bored. They'll come over here and I'll drop off like 7 stacks of gold, but it takes forever for him to to trade. But yeah, you put him in there. When he drops the items, the hopper detects it. When it's done sorting, it'll dispense another gold bar to him, and it just repeats the system. Collect right here. But instead of waiting, you know, a half hour to trade 6 stacks of gold, I want to put, you know, bring in like another 7 of them and have like 8 total. Just a mine cart that goes over top. And just, you know, distributes the gold evenly. So by the time it's done distributing it, they'll pretty much be done trading. And then all the items, you know, sorted down into one final chest. So those are my next kind of big projects here in this world. I don't know what the hell that was. Yeah, I gotta find other block patterns for this. I've got to change out this like block pattern as well. These little nether pathways, for the most part, all lead somewhere. There's just areas that like we discovered, and I kind of wanted to leave it borderline as natural. Like if you wanted to enter in right here, you can go in that way. If you wanted to follow the path, there's always these guys here. But you know, we don't want to like completely cover the lava. Still try to, you know, remain like this was just sitting in the middle of a lava lake, so you know, we just kind of encased it, made it part of the path. Going up through here. If you need to come and get mass and, you know, these nether resources. I'm pretty sure this one leads to a fortress. Yeah. Oh shit, does it? How many fucking blazes are that? Jesus Christ. There's like 6 or 7 blazes right there. Fuck. So I saw the 3 wither skellies, and then I just started getting lit up. Oh, yeah, see, that's why, again, we try to have it remain as natural as possible, so you have to be wary. And then, yeah, this was going to be our next, oh, damn, I was going to dodge your ass. Our next expansion, that way. It's like our little, what are they called, striders, little strider pen. Only needs to get over there though. But, you know, just carve out, again, try to remain, keep the environment as close to natural as we can. You'll see tunnels like that that are just made out of natural resources, but I love these little viewing areas. It's just nice features. Like none of this is my doing. This is all my friend. Like, I grind the materials, if anything, being my doing. I grind the materials and he spends them. I'll just give him shulker boxes with shit in them. And then, yeah, this was like our, I think his last endeavor. You know, which is why this isn't like a full actual staircase and functional and all that. Or it's functional, but it doesn't, you know, look good. That was rough. That would have sucked. That's not the way. That is the way. I don't come down here often, I will say that. I don't have a whole lot of a reason to go to, you know, the nether fortresses. Like sometimes I'll go there and I'll just kill, you know, a handful of stuff. Maybe get a couple blaze rods, see if I can get a wither rose or something like that. But yeah, I don't really come down here a whole lot. Any of the resources that I would get, you know, wouldn't be on those paths. Stupid, couldn't even hit me. I was right on his ass. So I'm in the middle of, you know, a handful of projects myself. No, not this way. I mean, there was a way down, but, you know, this is our first little enchanting area. There was a anvil there, but I stole it recently. Yeah, that's kind of the overall, you know, nothing over here. I'm like slowly clearing this area out. This was a path that I was testing out. Oh yeah, this is like a fairy circle, I think is what they're called. You know, if you go out on, sometimes you'll be like out in the woods and then it'll just open up. It'll be like a circling of trees and there's nothing in the middle but like good grass and like some flowers. Yeah, dude, these frogs go everywhere. But yeah, this was like another path that I'm gonna use, I think, as, or not like another path, but a path idea. There's a village, probably like 1,000 blocks that way, where I got the first few villagers from. Yeah, and then this is like our nice decorative area. I love this place at night. It's like perfectly lit up between the shroom lights. These carpets are, you know, hiding glowstone or a torch. Probably just glowstone over here, yeah. So it's like a nice ambiance. And over here out into the pale oak forest. That's gonna creep up to this type of path. I'm still trying to figure out if I want to texture this roof or not. It's not a real reason to. You're like, how did that frog get up there? Same thing with this guy. This is the OG Rambo. This tree had no leaves. It's what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 blocks. So they can jump 8 blocks on like the 3rd day that we had that spawner over there. He jumped up there on like the 3rd day, and this was like 6-7 months ago. And he stayed up there in like 2 weeks ago. I was like, you know what, I don't ever want him to get down, so I encased him to make it a memorial. You know, here stays Rainbow. That was his frog that had passed, like right when we started the world. The one he had since he was like I don't know, he's had a thing for like 10 years. You know, but yeah, he got up there all by himself. I mean, you know, all hail King Rainbow. I gotta figure out a project to work on. Actually, let me sort my inventory. You can either, if you don't have the shulkers, that's why I put this box here. You can just empty. And it will auto sort itself. A little to-do list. That's right, I was originally Gigante. I was originally gonna do that as a giant food store. But when I realized like the sheer size of it, I was like, dude, this could be like my permanent storage. Yeah, I gotta clear an area for the Hoglin Barter Hall. I gotta do the parking. Another hub. Kind of done. It's not checked off because I'm not happy with it, I guess. Maybe this is the way to put it. I'm not happy with it. There's a lot I can change in the block pattern, so we're not going to check that off as finished. What would be the easiest to do? I also got to figure out a way to light up the roadway. I got to figure out a good lamp post design that's not, it's not too tall because I want the light to be able to shine on the road. It, we're just gonna throw an eye pearl. Oh yeah, and a little sea turtle breeding area that I had for turtle eggs for the gold farm. So I have a couple choices. I do need to cut down these spruce trees because I need more spruce to finish the shelving of what I have. I need to spawn proof that. I keep forgetting because I'm sure it's fucking with the rates of that. Same thing with right there. Spawn proof that. Yeah, I'll probably take those down. And then I do some form of, actually I'm going to probably dig out more of the perimeter. So I can get more basic resources. Yeah, I have 20 torches. Like all the black concrete that I've made so far, all the black dye has been from like that little squid farm. Like it probably only gives like, honestly, maybe like 6 or 8 a day if you had to average it. If you sit up on the AFK platform up there, I sat up there for like 10 minutes, 15 minutes and come down to almost a full stack. Just me running around doing my everyday shit. I'll probably get like 6 to 10. Trial? Yeah. That just disappeared. You know, and that's not bad. It's nice, passive, black dye income. You know, if I ever need it for a bunch of shit, I can just sit up there AFK for a couple hours or something. Maybe when I go to bed one night, because honestly I only sleep for like 4 or 5 hours. So if I just AFK'd up there, yeah, I'd come back to like almost a double chest full of black ink, I'm sure, after like 5 or 6 hours. So, you know, if it's in dire need, it's not that hard to get. I could also go around and kill all the squid, make it easier. You know, over the course of a day, I'm sure you can get a stack. But I don't really do huge projects like all at once. Like I'm not like, oh, let me go build this and then that's all I do for like the next 6 hours. I'll kind of just get like a basic layout and then farm the you know, kind of focus on farming those blocks for that build after the fact. Sometimes we fish at the storm shelter. It's a nice little repair. Can't get mad. And come out with a couple pieces of food. Actually, let me just trade. Let me trade them first. Nice, easy way to repair. Going to partake in some activities. Just so I don't get blown up while I'm trying to get blown up, you know? Come on, man. How many more trees? Thought we'd be done. Oh my god, there's still another. There we go. I need to build, well, actually, it's what I should build is some form of a tree farm. Would be nice. I've had one on a server before that was as simple as like a dispenser that you would just right click and place a sapling and the dispenser would bone meal it, and then when it grew it would get pushed out by pistons, and like another sapling would get dispensed, and then it would just bone meal it Then when it grew, it pushed out. So then you just, whatever, when it was out of saplings, maybe you had a line of wood that was like 20 blocks long and like, 5 to 7 blocks tall or whatever. I kept thinking that wood was like a bee. It's like I've never seen bees in this direction. There's that. I had a friend on a server create. It was a tree farm for the nether trees. And I think it had a shifting platform on the bottom. And like after you cut down the tree, it would shift and all the floor would get like re-bone mealed. It was it was self-sustaining. It would make more bone meal than it would use. So it would always plant a tree, and then you could just take out the excess bone meal. Do work when I'm like right here. It's good to know. I didn't think you did. Okay. I've never heard it. Never heard it work before. That was the first time I've seen a creep in it. Was on stream, whatever, an hour ago. First time I'm hearing them is right now. That's crazy. Let's take. Probably got a little bit of daylight. Terraforming. Too close. I'm gonna tear this thing down soon. I was waiting to make sure, or actually I wasn't waiting to make sure. I was waiting until I built my bamboo farm inside there. Because I had, a small bamboo farm like attached to the sugar cane. And then this was like, it wasn't enough for my smelting needs, so I ended up making the super smelter. And I said I was going to keep this up until I knew that could produce enough for it, and yeah, just that one. Like I said, I was going to do all 4 walls up there, but apparently I only need the one. Lighting in there. We can stop the spawning down here a little better. You know, each day I kind of try to either terraform, grab like a stack of dirt, and terraform over here. Slowly add lights. I do need to continue this. And I am going to actually like terraform. I'm thinking about bringing the dirt up a couple blocks, you know, here and around. I just don't like all the unevenness and all the other shit, pretty much, unless I unless I generate it myself. I like organized chaos. Oh, that's right. I cleared out. Yeah, I should take this down and then focus on filling that in, because I want to take. Actually, yeah, that's probably the project I'm going to do today. I want to make this into like an enclosed glass dome of to where it looks like natural, like a greenhouse, pretty much, and have a couple of these in there and have them hooked up to where like maybe it's 2 and 2, and one of them is set up with shears, or 2 of them are set up with right, and then like the other 2 are set up with glass bottles to you know, get honey bottles to make honey blocks with, but have it be like a decorative greenhouse, you know, flowers, a little beekeeper's like hut inside it where these are, and have like a villager roaming around in there as like the, probably put a composter in there, and you know, so he gets the farmer's hat, and I think that'll probably be the closest looking to a beekeeper. So it's like a nice decorative piece, but it's also a farm in disguise. So maybe it is time to tear this down. Yeah. I let you spawn where you're supposed to. I know you don't like it, but it's alright, my guys. We're all gonna live. You did fall in. I can't. That's the closest you can get. Can't pass that. Fucking stupid. But yeah, those are. Really, it's you get up here. Oh shit, there's an endermite? There's an endermite somewhere. It's gotta be under there. Weird. And then the resin collects. Nice resin collection in the morning. Oh, there's the endermite. Let's see. Actually, yeah, we'll keep these. Shit. I guess we're gonna, yeah. We're gonna tear down the bamboozler. Sadly. Well, I guess I gotta use all the bamboo in it. All the bone meal. Yeah, maybe I should look up again how to. Why is there always a fishing rod? Like this fishing rod is one that I fished up. It came with these on it. I have. I think it's, yeah, this is the fishing rod I made. Or no, actually I didn't. I don't have unbreaking unlocked because I don't have unbreaking. Wait, I? I have to if I have it on that many. No, because this is all from the enchanting table. Right? Piercing, respiration. Fire protection. Come on, please. Yeah, I was just getting lucky enchanting. Maybe I should go try. I guess I'm gonna need more levels. Definitely need unbreaking on my elytra. Alright, we're gonna run this through the bone meal it has. Because I don't think I'll really need like an emergency supply. I mean, the one wall in there is 16 by 16, like 16 long, and it reaches, when it grows to the 16th block, it breaks. So like, it's plenty of bamboo. I'd rather have the greenhouse that I've been thinking of over here. Until now it's down to two dispensers, or like the bottom half of the dispensers, since it's slower. It's firing on the bottom 3 instead of all 6. We're done. Turn you off for the final time. Oops. It's a sad day. I can't do this, can I? good. It's in the name of beauty. I think it's honestly like the last of my like old builds that I wanted to tear down. Like whenever I start a world, I always just kind of, my farms get, you know, thrown up, and eventually I'm like, okay, now I'm getting materials, I can turn this into like a feature, like a build. You know, like instead of just like a square with villagers, you know, it's, I don't know, it looks like a mini town, but it's an iron farm and a crop farm. Instead of just the shitty underground storage like I have, you know, trying to turn it into something like that when I have the mats. I'm just like in a rush, like I need this farm up, I need this up. I don't care what it looks like, as long as it functions. But now it's time to make shit look good. Like that ugly thing. And I just wanted honeycomb. Now I think I have like almost, I have over half a double chest of honeycomb, which should get me like 60% of the way done with the bottom floors in there. So much shit to pick up. They're still pounding. Yeah, it's not full. Alright, a redstone box. Stop moving away too soon. I'm like hearing the glass break in my head before it's breaking. Not what I meant to do. I want to make sure it kind of makes sense. Same thing, like I don't want a straight edge drop off. I'm tired of thinking that's supposed to be a torch. So maybe I just go one more dirt block this way, so at least it's like a step down into it. That's not what was supposed to happen. For that. Okay. I always have kind of mixed feelings about this, but I hate torch spam. Like, I don't even like these torches here, but they're kind of for the purpose of that. But like if you don't have, you can still see the particles, but if you put that on it, no particles. I'm not the biggest fan of the particles. I just feel like it's an unnecessary load on any computer. like for instance, no, I didn't have my my pearl. Anyway, you can see, I at least it looks nicer from above. I should be up here anyway to spawn proof this. Ooh, gotcha. Ooh. Bob and weave. Two, three, four. Dang it. Alright, kill that spawning. I could always just slab it so it at least looks better. And again, less torch spam. Like, you can't tell me that that doesn't look better than that. I think that looks way better. Same thing, I don't know. I don't know if it's the fact that you can see kind of like the little yellow bits. I think it's a mixture of that and a mixture of the particles. It's just, I don't know, looks better to me. Yeah, like I gotta fill that in. Also gotta put, I'm gonna put that sugarcane farm somewhere. I was thinking about a little, like a little cabin like structure. Whereas, like, I'm from Vermont, and Vermont is famous for its maple syrup. Or maybe not famous, but known for. Known for its ridiculous amounts of snow and maple syrup. And all the field trips that I had as a kid growing up were to sugar houses, and you saw the like transformation of the sugar, or that that they would tap from the sap that they would tap from the trees, and see it get broken down and distilled or whatever into maple syrup. sugar houses. I know it's not the exact same, but if I had a decent size shed or whatever, because they're almost normally like metal like sheet metal shacks in like the woods. Like they're not full, concrete buildings or facilities. It's like some rednecks threw together a shed out in the middle of the woods, and like the walls are made out of like the sheet metal roofing that you would see on typical shitty sheds that you can get from Home Depot or whatever, like the pre-built sheds for like $600. Those like shitty roofs is what they're all made out of. And then they have like top of the line, like tens of thousands of dollars of equipment inside. But any crackhead, and trust me, there's a lot of them in Vermont. Any crackhead, dopehead, whatever you call them, all they need is a screwdriver. Come up, take apart your wall. It's crazy. Steal a whole bunch of equipment, or get a fuck it. I'd honestly, I'd just get a bunch of maple syrup. That's enough. I mean, I have over 3 double chests of dirt, way over. want to kind of outline it. I just heard a creeper fall. Start sizzling. No, it would be over there. It wouldn't be underneath me. I said I hope that 5 stacks was enough. The fuck was I thinking? Learn that lesson. Stupid. What was I thinking? Yeah, I don't want it to follow like a straight zigzag pattern the entire way. I guess, yeah, you don't need to climb up on every scene, on every side. Carried away there, cowboy. don't want to make it hollow. I mean, honestly, I have way too much dirt as it is. But yeah, there's no reason to make it hollow. Still not grabbing enough dirt. Yeah, I need to tear up. I'm just thinking of projects and shit that I need to do. I need to tear up like the now that I'm out of dirt. I need to tear up like this area. I want to make like a path similar and change up this area to where it's not all just flat. Have like various versions of dirt paths going throughout it. Like dirt, coarse dirt, and some mud, some bricks, some granite. Some fence posts. Some lanterns, you know. And have nice visible light if it's at least shit like lanterns. I like looking at lanterns, I'm only looking at torch spam. I guess a handful of torches are acceptable. I guess it would be right here. spawning down to a minimum. Alright, I'll figure out something better for over here. But at least there's minimal. What is that? It's 2, 4, 6, 8. Yeah, it's only 8 torches. Alright. Now I have all this area. Let's see. Oh yeah, I can build a nice greenhouse. I might even have, since there's going to be like a farmer in there, I might have some vegetables and have like the field, have hoppers underneath the field, and so like when they pick the crops, they'll automatically like after they fill their inventory, they will it'll land on it and then get sucked in by the hopper and just go to a chest. Just so, I mean, if homie's gonna be in there, might as well give him another purpose. Alright, let's actually go clear our inventory. As you can see, those wireless doors can get a little annoying. To build some sort of dome. I don't know. I don't think I've ever really done that before. I'm just envisioning it. I don't know if that's good or not. I don't know if I can get by with just a vision. We'll see. Debone that bud. There's a fat stem. I can get. Trying to get some inspiration. Debating on like a house style or like a glass dome. Why are there chests on the roof? That doesn't make sense. Must be for decoration. Yeah, I like I like that idea. Yeah, I'll build like a small little, not like small, but actually no, it has to be something. confuse myself. Do I have... I do. Perfect. Let's actually check real quick. I kind of want to do glass panes. I don't think I have them sorted. No. Let's see. Oops. Wrong one. Okay, it's definitely not enough. But good to know I had some. Guess I could have just looked up. Oh, that's right. It's gonna have to be. Oh, damn, 16. Yeah, we can do one at a time. Come on, man. I wish I didn't have to, but I guess it. Maybe I can get away with not. Yeah, I can get away with not doing that. Yeah. Now, I just don't want homie to have access to the door. Gonna have to put like a fence post here and find my own way in. Alright, that's not what happened. This is just framework too. This isn't gonna be my final like blocks and everything. Right? No, I imagine bees could just fly. Yeah. Right through that. This is not gonna be what I want to do. Alright, let's think. Let's get your shit together. more planks. Just shy. Do I do another layer? No. Nine. How nice. I was thinking about a side garden. I wanted to, because the bees would be able to fit through, like if this was a fence post, it would be able to fit through this gap. I'd have to do 2 fence posts, which I don't really care for. We'll leave it for now. It's alright. Oops. Stupid. Actually, no, I should have left that. I'll pick up my blocks. What's that, buddy? You wanna eat? just realized what that looked like. This is unintentional, guys, I swear. Hmm. So these glasses, the scaffolding. So we have a back here. What's up, you guys? Want to eat? Alright, give me one moment. I gotta feed my dog and my cat. Alright. Kiss. Boy. Alright. Come on, man. Do better. Come on now. I need that. Let me get back on my scaffolding. Let's use the glass panes. Can you imagine using glass panes as scaffolding? Let's not imagine. I mean, I guess it's not hard. Okay, never mind. Yeah, I can get back up here. Best scaffolding ever. Okay. It's at least looking a little different. I gotta do the same thing for over there now, which I don't have enough wood for. I have an inventory full of glass because I thought I was making a dome. Actually, yeah. Let's go. Oh, yeah, what am I doing? I already have. Yeah. Right? What is it? The corner piece is. Actually. Probably add some like trapdoors and shit. I don't know. I'll find a way to spruce it up. No. No, no pun intended. Screw it. It's acting like it was gonna be enough. I almost don't want it to fully peek out. Yeah, if I just want to, yeah, if I want to cross right there, just to give it like a, I don't know, not unexpected, uncommon, a different shape. Yeah, maybe I wasn't supposed to take that row out. I'm like, why does that look uneven? Because it is. Do I skip that? No, I kind of like it sitting. Yeah, I like it sitting on top of it like that. Let's see. Maybe it is better like this. Let's see it again. We'll roll with that, and if we don't like it, no, because yeah, it's gonna look. Well, I guess I don't need to. Yeah, I don't need to put one there. So, yeah. Oh, damn it. Come on now. What? No, I'm still gonna need one more row. Yeah, maybe not. Maybe not 60. Dang, man. Why? What does it make? I think this is this perfect? No. I'd rather have one extra than not. Make sure everything's stripped that's supposed to be stripped. Alright. I for sure need to go put all this glass back. I mean, I don't know if I'm happy with it, but it's okay for, essentially going in blind. Like, I had somewhat of a vision with the dome, but I don't think I've never built a dome. So also not something I really wanted to tackle. that sucks. Oh, look at that. How convenient. Alright, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Yep. As long as we're even. I wish I could hang lanterns. Yeah, it just looks weird that it doesn't connect like a glass block. Let's see. Yeah, I thought it was 5. I want to make it bigger. I mean, I guess if I just did stop rolling on my charger. Perfect, I'll wait for tonight. I'll tear this down. Or at least the beehives. Yeah, they're sitting on hoppers. nothing difficult. I can assure you of that. Jesus. Why did I take that? Dude, I swear to God. What is wrong with me right now? Comparator. Hold on. I'll be right back. I gotta go let my dog out. bees in there now. Yeah, hopper, beehive. Okay, so 2 on the ground. Yeah, I'm stupid. Okay. Like I paid attention, but I didn't. 1, 2. Okay, so there's 3 back technically from where the hopper is. Okay. Just wanted to make sure. Gonna probably need like 7 or 8, so. I think. One, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. Or yeah, I don't think that's supposed to be. Yeah, I did it right. I wasn't thinking of how, like, in my original thought process, I wasn't thinking that it would take up that much space in the back, because I wanted to have, like, pretty much a little bit bigger than this, and just have, like, 1, 2 1, 2, and then you walk in, and in the middle, and there'll be like a chest underneath. But I forgot that it was 5 deep. Two, three, 4, 5. Don't I have to? No, it's not on top of that. Spencer's, right? No. I'm just gonna place this for now. Honestly, I'm just gonna go through and like bone meal the ground. Actually, come on, man. You're better than that. Oops. Not what I wanted that to do. Alright, I need 4 more. I'm pretty sure that's right. Let's see. I mean, that's gonna look goofy from the side, but downstairs. Yeah, I mean, I guess it doesn't emit light underneath, but still better than nothing. Yeah, I mean, it works. Nasty ass cat. I wonder if I put stairs. Is that gonna fuck with the redstone? It's different, but at least it doesn't look like it's hanging on for dear life. With just the fence posts. Just don't care for the too tall ones, like obstruct a little too much vision. I mean, I feel like I could still do something different. Something better. I don't know. Covered. I want to make sure that this works. Hey, can you stop? Come on. Damn cat, after he uses his litter box, and it's like an automatic one, but he just took a nasty shit. And what he does for like 10 minutes after is he like cleans one paw on the side of the litter box, and he just bangs like the opening the contraption that opens the lid so he can like be scooped in, and he just bangs his paw against it to clean the litter out, but then he takes his clean paw and puts it back down in the litter to clean his other paw. Now when that paw's clean, he's like, oh no, my other paw's dirty, let me clean this one. And then he just sits there and does that for like 10-15 minutes if I let him. Because he doesn't understand that he needs to step on the side of the litter box after he cleans his paw. And I'm like, dude, I can smell that shit that you took 5 minutes ago that you won't let get scooped away. I swear it's rained as much in game as it has in real life for me. I mean, I like it better. It's better than them all being cramped. Debating on if I should just have some like aesthetically around, I don't know. I also want a villager here. Do this real quick to get in, because I don't think the villager can mess with it. And they'll stay contained. Maybe I can get some lanterns in here. Yeah, see, we're still at 9. Go back in, guys. Yeah, you want to? There's nothing out there for you, bro. Oh, yep. Nice. Ooh, you thought, boy. Nah, yeah, let's put one over here too. Now what I can do. How do you make it again? That's only wood, sticks, and logs. Okay. Wait, really? There's no. Alright, I guess it's just all sand. I thought it was gonna take a soul torch. And I can harvest them, and it adds light. It's not bright light. I can come in with bottles and get honey blocks. Get off me. Stupid ass. Fucking. Yeah, come over here. Dumbass. The more bees, the more honey. Yeah, just added like 34 more. I'm cool with that. Alright, let's just put everything. in here, honestly. And yeah, I'm gonna have to call it here. It's about noon for me. I work overnights, which means noon is like midnight for me. Noon for you, midnight for me. Cool. Alright, well, while we unload that, appreciate anyone that hung out, anyone that stopped by after. I'm gonna try and live stream here on YouTube in the mornings with some Minecraft. AM for normal people, and then I'm normally on Twitch in the PM, doing like other type survival games and MOBAs and shit like that. So same name. If you enjoyed the stream, my content, whatever, stop by, see me on Twitch. Other than that, hope y'all have a great day.